Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, IG. How you doing this evening? Welcome in, Facebook family and friends and all my followers over on my YouTube channel. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for coming in this evening. Now, if you all recall, last night I did a video introducing my new program, uh, which is called Financial Focus Framework. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. How y'all doing? Thank you for joining. Hey girl, hey, Origins of Peace. How you doing? Thank you for joining. So tonight I'm just talking about my financial focus framework, a brand new program that I am starting to help my customers, my clientele, uh, improve their financial future along this financial journey. So I'm very new at going live on several platforms. So you all please be patient with me as I learn to go live on IG, and I'm learning to go live on TikTok, and I normally go live on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm kind of used to this platform, but hopefully and prayerfully it'll work out really good. So last night, if y'all didn't catch my video, definitely go back and catch the replay of my video on YouTube. It's over there at Money Management Matters. Money Management Matters is my business. I am a financial educator and a money motivator. I educate women on how to make more money, save more money, and most importantly, honey, protect the money, right? And we're protecting our money with life insurance. So I'm a licensed life insurance professional here in the state of Georgia, and I educate women on how to protect their families with life insurance, how to protect their families with the living benefits that they can obtain from life insurance as well. So welcome into the broadcast. Welcome into the broadcast. If you're out there, go ahead and say, hey, girl, hey, let me know that you're out there. Let me know how your Tuesday have been. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. So what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week, I'm going to be going live every day this week, talking about my new financial focus framework, okay? And focus is an acronym for the different strategies in the guidance and the steps that we're going to take in the program to get you on a better financial track. Okay, so tonight I want to concentrate on the F in focus. The F in focus. Last night I went through all 5 letters, so go back and catch the replay for that, or just stay plugged in with me and you'll learn the rest of it the rest of this week. But the F is what I want to concentrate on tonight, because I want to give you some information, kind of break down what we're going to be doing, break down the strategy, break down the steps, break down what we're going to be talking about to get you to a financial breakthrough. So the F in focus is standing for FACE, FACE, FACE. Now, the first thing that I have learned from my financial challenges myself, from my life experiences and from my education, is that your finances is an area of our lives that sometimes we put on the back burner, or we ignore it, or we just, let's say for instance, we have a lot of debt, we have a lot of credit card debt, and we feel like, and we get to the point where we can't even pay the minimum balance on those credit cards. So what do? We stack it up in the back, right here in the back, in a stack on the back of the desk, in the back of the drawer, underneath the cabinet, wherever we can find a place where we don't have to look at it, right? So we become oblivious to it. We ignore it. So the F in focus is to face it. We have to face what we're going through. We have to acknowledge that we have a financial challenge. We have to acknowledge that maybe we have a spending habit, or we have to acknowledge that we have too much debt, or we have to acknowledge that we don't have enough money coming into our household. Maybe we're not getting paid enough on our job. Maybe we need to get paid more. Maybe we need to ask for a raise. Maybe we need to have another form of income coming into the household. So we have to face it. Now, another part of facing it is what we'll go through in the program is not only the physical part of the money that you have, but the emotional part. A lot of times we don't want to talk about our emotions. We don't want to talk about how we're feeling about our money. We don't want to talk about how we grew up as a child about money. We don't want to remember, especially if you grew up in a home where there wasn't a whole lot of money and you might have always heard money don't grow on trees, or we broke, or we can't afford that, or you can't have that, or don't go in this store asking for nothing because you know we ain't got no money. Those type of sayings and things that we grew up with may have got subconsciously in our mind that we feel like we grew up with no money. So when we do get some money, we want to spend it. You know, we want to have that feeling of satisfaction, that feeling of now I have money. Now I can get what I want, and I want it right now. So I'm going to get it right now. We didn't grow up with the mentality of spend a little now and save a lot for later, right? Or we didn't grow up with a family that says save 10% of everything that you make for the future, or give 10% to the Lord, or save for your college if you think you might go to college or have an education beyond high school. We were not possibly taught to save for that, or save for home ownership. And I know a lot of us may not even been taught to have aspirations for a business, for owning your own business. We were probably taught just to go to school, get our high school diploma, then get a good job, right? When we got out of high school. So those are some of the limiting beliefs that we may have in our subconscious mind. So the F in focus is going to be an area where we are going to get our emotions out. We're going to really truly think about, why do I spend the money the way I spend my money? We're going to think about why, or how did I grow up? What did I hear as a child about money? What did I learn from my parents about money? And what did I learn from school about money? If anything, what we have to kind of dredge up these memories to get to where we are today, to the why of why we are having a financial challenge, the why of why we're always spending, why when we get paid, the first thing we want to do is run to the mall and buy more clothes when we got clothes at home. Or why as soon as we get our money, we want to run to the happy hour because we're so unhappy with our jobs that we want to kind of forget the work or forget our job. So we want to drink it away. So we want to run to the happy hour. And God knows right now, you go to the happy hour, you're going to drop $100 or $200 if you're sitting there and drinking 2 or 3 drinks. Okay. So I'm just saying, we're going to have to start facing the things that we're doing in our everyday life that's getting us to the financial challenges that we are in. Now, another thing that we want to do in the face it is we got to change our thought pattern. Again, I want people to realize what they're saying. A lot of times what we say out our mouth is what will be. So if we're always saying that we're broke, then that's what we're always going to be, is broke, right? Now, if we have to change, and we'll talk about change in the C of focus, but the face it is facing the fact that we have to change. We have to come to the realization that there has to be things going on that's making us do the things that we do, that have gotten us in this financial challenge, that has gotten us in the debt that we're in, right? Or gotten us to the place that we don't know. Maybe we don't know. We simply don't have the knowledge that of how to handle money, or how to relate to money, or have a relationship with money, or understand how to manage it, how to budget it, how to allocate it, how to save some, use some now and save some for later, right? So these are just the things that we are going to open up and realize in the F in focus. Okay, so then we're going to think about what's agitating us. A lot of times we are agitated, we are stressed, we can't sleep at night, We're worried, we're fearful about things that's going on in our lives, right? So a lot of those things we have to bring to the forefront. We got to get it out. A lot of times when we leave stuff deep inside, when we leave stuff inside and we don't talk about it, it's a stress factor, and stress can cause health problems. Take it from me, witness that I had stress issues where that it actually landed me in the hospital just from being stressed about not only money but everything else that's happening in life. So when life be life, and the last thing you want to have to worry about is your money, right? Is your finances, because all that does is pile stress on top of stress, right? So if we can get our money straight, we can get our finances figured out, if we can focus on this framework that I am implementing and focus on our money and focus on getting to a place where we are relaxed about our money, where we have a peace of mind about our money, where we're feeling secure and stable with our money, the other things that start happening, it's not going to be so bad because we already know that our money is straight. So we're going to dig into that. And another part of the awareness is we're going to look at your bills. We're going to look at what you got going on. Another thing that we have to do is we have to start realizing that we have to acknowledge everything that we owe. Okay? All the bills, all the credit card bills, all the loan places that you might owe, your car payment, your car insurance, your house payment or your rent, your cable bill, your cell phone bill. Every little thing that you spend your money on is another thing that you have to face it. Okay. So we'll go through an exercise where we will get all your bank statements, get all your credit card statements, get all your utility bill statements, and we're going to look at it and we're going to see what's going on with it. You have to acknowledge and be aware of everything that you have going out of your financial situation. Okay. It's an awareness. It's an awareness. And the only way that you're going to start on a better financial track, get on a financial journey where you're going to be secure and stable, is you got to make awareness. You got to be aware. You got to acknowledge. And that's all about facing it. We got to take off the blinds, fold. We got to take off the mask. We got to stop acting like, pretending like everything is okay when we know it's not. And a couple of reasons that we know it's not is if you're paying your bills late, if you're always late paying your credit card bills, or you're late paying your utility bills, or you're late paying your car payment, then it's a problem. It's a problem. Another way to know that you're not in a good financial place is if you don't have an emergency savings account. If you don't have money in a savings account, at least, let's just say $500. That's why I like to start. You should at least have $500. Start there and move your way up, work your way up to, they say it's good to have 6 months worth of living expenses in a savings account. And those are some goals that we have to set for ourselves. So in this phase, another thing we would do is we're going to set some goals. We're going to see where we need to be, where you're at, and where you need to be, or where you desire to be. What dreams do you have? We're going to talk about dreams and goals as well. We can't just live this life, thinking we got to stay where we are, because we feel hopeless, because we think we're just so far gone that we'll never get out of it. And that's not the truth. The truth is you can get out of it, but you have to have a framework. You have to have guidance. You have to be in a program or with an accountability partner or with someone that can help you along the way. A lot of times, it's like last night I talked about, God gives us all skills and abilities. God gives us different skills and abilities. My skill and ability that God gave me was the love and the education and the knowledge of money and how money works in numbers. Math was my favorite subject in school. So I did really well in math. So even from a child, I knew that I would have some type of some type of employment where I dealt with money, But I didn't realize that until I got an adult and I started having financial issues myself, and I had to do the same work that I'm helping you do now. I've been through the same thing. I am you. Another thing I want to tell y'all is I did 20 days, 20 videos, and they're out there on YouTube this summer, back in July, about different financial situations that I went through. Okay. I'm in the financial industry. I was in banking for 17 years. I have a degree in accounting and finance, and I still have financial issues, right? Because it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. And until you get through all this mental and emotional stuff that you got going on from now and in the past or whatever, you're not going to be able to move forward. Just point blank, period. So, hey, Miss Diva Styles, how you doing tonight, girl? Thank you for joining. So, yeah. So this focus framework, starting with the F, is where we're going to start. We're going to start with the basics. We're going to start with the bad. We're going to, get the ugly out the way. It's going to be ugly and it's going to be hard. But like I was just saying, you have hopes and dreams of being financially secure. How do you see yourself? And this is something I want people to think about. How or where do you see yourself in 30 years? In 30 years, how and where do you see yourself at the age of 65 when it's time to retire, when you don't have to work no more? How is your finances going to look? Are you going to have enough money to live the way you want to live? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to live in a beach house? Do you want to be able to live in a house and have all your grandkids come over and spend the night? And then once you spoil them, you can send them back home, and you can spoil them by taking them shopping and buying them anything they want. Whatever your hopes and dreams are, that's what I want you to start thinking about. That's what we're going to do in the face it. We're going to face the things that's keeping us back, that's holding us back. And then we're going to think about, where do we want to be? What dreams, what financial goals do we want to have? How much money do we want to have saved up, outside of our emergency savings? We're going to work on the emergency savings account because that is very important. But then outside of that, what else do you want to have? Do you want to have a house? You tired of paying rent? You tired of making someone else rich with your $2,000 a month rent payment? Right? So these are some of the things we're going to tackle in the F. We got to face it. We got to face it. We got to face it. And then not only that, I'm going to help you find money. Okay. A lot of times we think we can't afford to save. We can't afford to have a life insurance. We can't afford to invest in the stock market. We can't afford to have a house. But that's not true. We can afford it. We just think we can. So it's the thinking again. So I want to be able to show you where you can find money in the money you got coming in right now. When we start looking at all your bank statements and your credit card statements and things like that, we're going to find some money. And I can almost guarantee you that we'll be able to find about $50 to $100 in your money that you didn't think you had. Okay. So we're going to find money. And one way that I'm going to help you do that is I do have a checklist. It's kind of like a little tracker where it's going to help you find some money in some areas that you can find money. And I'm going to drop that link for you to click on. It's a free download that you can go ahead and start looking in these places for the money. You think you don't have money, but you have it right there at your fingertips. Yes, all this good stuff. Yes, ma'am. Hey, thank you for joining, Demario. So, but that's all I wanted to share with y'all tonight. We were just talking about the F in focus. The F in focus is going to be face it. Face it. And I also be faith it. Now, let me tell y'all, I'm a Christian and I do use some biblical principles in my financial education, okay? Because I believe in the Lord, I believe in Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. And I do believe that if we follow the principles of the Bible, that we are going to be even the more secure in our finances, because God is going to be right there with us. He's going to lead and guide us. And in my teaching, I talk about prayer. A lot of times we have to pray over our money, honey. I talk about having a date with your money. You got to have a date with your money. Every time you get paid, you need to be sitting down with your money, telling your money where to go. You have to take charge. Okay. A part of Face It is also going to be about taking charge of your money and taking charge of your situation. Okay. So God is in that. We got to put God in it. And if that's something that you cannot do, then maybe this program might not be for you. But I am hoping and praying that I touch those who it is for. So this program is for those women who know they need a partner. I'm here to partner with you as your financial coach, as your money motivator. I'm here to motivate you, to inspire you, to keep you disciplined and determined to get to those financial goals that we're going to set for you. So this program is for any woman that feels stressed right now, that has some sleepless nights, that don't know how or why they are spending the way they're spending. They don't know how or why to get out of their credit card debt. And they may have small children and they want to start saving money for their children's future and be able to, help them out when they get of age, when they get adult age or whatever. But that's who this program is for. So if that's you, I want y'all to definitely DM me. Get in my DM and say, Lisa, that's for me. I am interested. I want to know more about it, because this program is going to be dropping in about a couple of weeks. In about a couple of weeks, I'm just going to give you some information about the whole program this week. Then the next couple of weeks, I got a few little things I still got to tidy up and get some details out and get it ready for launch. But once that's done, I'm going to be opening it up for enrollment. And if that's you, you can go ahead and enroll now. Well, not enroll now, but get in my DM. DM me and say that you are interested. Let me know that you're interested. And I'm actually going to be doing what they call a beta test. And the early participants is going to be kind of like my beta testers. So they're going to be helping me, get in the program, let me know how they think about it, what they think about it, give me constructive feedback so that I can make the program better. And I'm going to be leaning heavily on my first-time participants to let me know how this is working for them. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, just let me know, get in my DM, and we can chat about it. So that's all I wanted to share for tonight. So tomorrow night I will be back and we're going to talk about the O. We're going to talk about the O and focus and what the O is comprised of, what we're going to be talking about in the O of focus, and how it's going to help us get you and on that financial journey to security, to financial security and financial stability. So that's all I got for y'all. Thank you. Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate you all so much. And I will see you all on tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Good night.